Hello,
Hello.
friends. Welcome back to Talking Tandemness with Jenna and Curtis.
Yep.
Um, I don't have like a big intro this week.
I don't
I think
either.
that's just it. Um,
Not that I ever do, but
yeah. Oh, one thing I do want to say is, um, if the people listening want to follow the Instagram, it's Talking Tandemness. No spaces, no periods, nothing. Just Talking Tandemness on Instagram.
it's a good one. We forget to do that a lot.
Yeah, I also wanted to bring up the fact that I created two playlists on the Talking
You
Tandemness
did. I did see that. I have
Spotify.
not done that yet.
I listen to mine every time I drive in my car. It's just a lot of Taylor Swift and a lot of country music. But once Curtis fills in him, you'll have a Jenna's Vibes playlist and a Curtis Vibes playlist.
I'm really
Um,
using a lot of Spotify radio right now. That's mainly what I'm
yeah,
listening to. Is this working right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Spotify
my
radio is my friend.
yeah. I'm embarrassingly listening to Gleecast radio very often.
I'm
Um,
I don't know how to respond to that.
no explanation, no questioning. I just listen to a lot of Gleecast. So, well, I do listen to my Jenna's Vibes playlist quite frequently. The past couple days, I've been on the Gleecast kick.
I rotate. I use surround sound. That's a good song. So I have that radio. And then I have, I think, 3005. Yeah, 3005, I think is the other radio I use. I'm pulling it up now because I don't know. Yeah, 3005, collard greens, and surround sound are three radios that I rotate between right now.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about 3005, man. That's a good song.
Uh,
You don't
do
remember
we want to start
3005?
with? No, I don't. I don't know any of that.
It's
Are those
the
playlist titles?
No, it's a song, and then it's a radio on there that just creates a playlist of songs based off of that song.
Oh, so you
So,
just play the song and you listen to whatever
yeah,
plays
I
after.
heard a song. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
like this song. I want more like this. I went to the radio. It was like 3005 by Childish Gambino.
Okay.
That song, surround sound, you've probably heard, not for a good reason. It's the like TikTok thing with the camera on the ceiling. Unfortunately, it got ruined.
Oh, I do know that
It's a
one.
good song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hate that the whole trend got ruined, but
No, I think the trend is so much fun. There are some really good ones.
yeah. Oh, okay. You haven't seen the other part of that trend then.
No,
Yeah, no, don't go looking into the other part of that trend.
no, I just see the ones where they dance around and they're like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo," and they like march under it.
Yeah, there's another kind of dancing they do.
Oh no, I did not see that
Yeah,
one.
I didn't either until I saw a thing that was like this song. It was like when like the girlfriend reacts to it once,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, something's up. And then I went and looked at it. And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. It's a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, my music taste is so weird recently. I'm also back on the Hamilton kick, which for the people listening, what the best fun fact about me is I know like every single word to Hamilton. It's been my top played songs for Spotify. It was 5 years in a row. I'm back on that kick. So,
Should we go through our Spotify Wrapped?
that's a good one. I don't know. I don't know if I still have
You
mine.
should. I don't think it goes away that fast.
I think
Yeah,
I
the
took
Wrapped is still
screenshots of
there.
some of it.
You can go back and
Okay,
look at it.
do you want to do songs or do we want to do artists first?
Um, Let me see, because I know I took pictures of it. You want to go
I
to
have
genres?
what
I
I
have
have
genres,
screen what
songs,
I
and
have
artist.
I just have songs, my top artists with my percentage and stuff,
Mhm.
and my artists. So let's do songs and artists.
Okay,
What's your number one?
my number one song?
Yes.
Mona Lisa by Dominic Fike.
Wow, this might be a really bad idea because I'm not gonna know any of your songs. I
Then
don't
you're
know that
not.
one.
I feel like I should put these on the playlist as I'm thinking about it, because that would make sense.
Mhm.
In some weird world, that would make sense. I have to type really
Um.
quietly so that you don't hear it.
Yeah. Thank you. Mine is Penthouse by Kelsey Ballerini. I can promise I did not go through heartbreak this year, but looking at this top five, you would swear I did.
Yeah, no, I don't know that song, man.
So she got married when she was 23 to a man that was, I think, 30, 29, 30. She got married like at 23. And she recently, after 10 years, went through a divorce for it.
Hmm.
And she didn't publicly talk about the divorce, but he was also a musician. So he was started releasing songs like about it. And she put out an album called Rolling Up the Welcome Mat, which is like the 7 stages of grief in
Mhm.
songs. And she was like, this isn't to be the best album or anything. It's to get my feelings out there for other people to heal the way I had to heal. And so it's 7 songs. And then she started performing them and everyone loved them. And so she created Rolling Up the Welcome Mat for Good, which is technically like her healed version, because as she played these songs on tour, you watched her heal in the process of playing the songs, which was actually like, if you watch her performances, it's really cool. So she started tweaking some of the words to make them almost like healed, essentially. Like there's just like little petty bits and stuff like that. So that her song Penthouse is my number 1 off that album.
Interesting. I didn't
Yeah.
give any explanation why mine's my number 1, but I'll give an explanation at the end because there's a couple for the same reason. I did put all
What's your
mine
number 2?
there. My number 2 is Hummingbird by Metro Boomin and James Blake. Another
Don't
song
know
you
it.
wouldn't know.
It sounds like it would be like a like a piano song,
It's not.
like a Beethoven. That's what I pictured
Oh.
your first one to be too.
That's a good song. But no, it is not a piano song. It's a song I forgot about until I just listened to it and remembered how good it was, but it is not a piano song.
Interesting.
You can go back and listen to all of these.
My number 2 is the same Kelsey Ballerini album, but this is from her Healed for Good part, and it's Mountain with a View.
Are all of yours from the same album?
No.
Okay.
Just 3 out of 5.
Mine too, don't worry.
Okay, your next one.
Goodness Gracious by Baby Gravy and Baby Gravy, Young
You
Gravy
have
and
an
Baby No
interesting.
Money.
Your type of music isn't what you would expect.
I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place until you look at my top genres, which I will go through once we're done.
I have to look at my top
Yeah.
genres. My next one is Timeless by Timeless, Taylor's version from the Vault, Speak Now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just listen to that one quite frequently.
Yeah.
Your next one, we're gonna do 4 and 5 together.
Okay, so number 4 is Calling by Metro Boomin, Sway Lee, NAV, and A Boogie with a Hoodie. And then my number 5, this one is only because I've been going to the gym, and it's made it to my top 5 somehow. Forgive me for the name. It's Vegeta X Awaken Rare Hardstyle.
What?
Vegeta X
We have
Awaken
such different
Rare
types of music.
Hardstyle. If you listen to it, you'll understand why I listen to it at the gym.
Is it kind of like Bohemian Rhapsody,
No.
where it's just long and
No.
like,
No,
oh?
not at all. It is
Because there's
I'm
a lot of
gonna
people that
shout at
listen to
you.
Bohemian Rhapsody at the gym because it's long and like an aggressive song.
Oh, it's very aggressive, but it's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh.
It's 3.5 minutes. It's a completely different vibe from Bohemian Rhapsody. Go ahead and play it if you'd like. I quite enjoy the song.
And it's only on your thing because you started going to the gym?
That, and I was kind of in a mood, and I played it once, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. And then I started going to the gym, and I used it a lot at the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
My 4 and 5 are Blindsided, Yeah Sure Okay, Healed version, Kelsey Ballerini, and then Long
that
Live,
makes sense.
Taylor's version,
Yeah,
Speak
that
Now.
tracks. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That whole thing makes sense.
Yeah, I become like obsessive over albums, and these are just the top 2 albums this year that was obsessive over.
I don't.
So with that,
Mhm.
I could proudly say that my top artist was Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm the top 1% of her fans. I spent 8,511 minutes
We're going
listening
into those.
to Taylor
We're
Swift.
going into those.
That was just my next screenshot because I'm super proud of
I
that.
did not take that screenshot.
Even though there are people that got into the top 0.5, which I don't understand because for the past 9 months, the only music I listen to in my car is Taylor Swift and Kelsey Ballerini. And it's like 6 Taylor Swift songs and 1 Kelsey Ballerini song when I drive. So I don't know how I didn't get into the top 5%. Like, I can't imagine how much people have to listen to it to get into that top percent.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I can't find the information on what my top percentage is.
It was like right after or right before your top
I
artist.
think it had to be right before, 'cause I did not see.
I'll keep talking into that while you look.
Yeah.
My top artists are obviously Taylor Swift, number 1. Obviously Kelsey Ballerini, number 2. Morgan Wallen, number 3, which actually shocked me. Noah Kahan, 4. And then Lin-Manuel Miranda from the Hamilton soundtrack as my number 5. And those are quite literally the only people I listen to.
Oh, okay. I found my percentage. Um, so this is nothing compared to yours. How many minutes did you say you listened?
8,500.
Huh.
Why?
So my top artist was Young Gravy. Um, I was in the top 1%, and I spent 610 minutes listening to him. Hold on. Uh, I played 753 songs this year, but I need to know the time because I know it wasn't even close to that much. I did play Mona Lisa 40 times though.
Okay, but to be fair, you spent 600 minutes listening to your top artist. I said I listened to Taylor Swift all day long when I drive, or every car ride I have to work. So if 600 minutes of Taylor Swift is only 8 days of my driving commute.
Yeah, but I want to know my overall number of minutes and compare that to the amount of time you've listened to Taylor Swift.
Oh.
That's what I'm now looking for. I can
I
find
listen
that
to a lot of music because I drive a lot. Where do you see your Spotify Wrapped on your...
at the top, if you scroll all the way to the right, where it's like artist, whatever, whatever, whatever.
Yeah, mine's not there.
It's gotta be there. You see where it says like all music podcast audiobooks next to the little
Oh,
picture
yeah.
if you scroll to the left,
Oh.
your Wrapped is there.
Oh, I didn't even see this.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so cool. Ah, get out of here. Okay, wait. Let's see some other stats, and then we can jump out of this topic.
Yeah, so would you like me to go down through my... Oh, yeah, I guess I told you my top
I played
artist was Young Gravy.
1,295 songs this year.
I need to find how many minutes now. I really want to know.
I played Penthouse by Kelsey Ballerini 124 times.
How many genres
I feel like
did you
that's
listen
not
to?
a lot.
124. I only listened to my top played song 40 times.
Oh.
And I started in July. So my top genres were rap,
Oh.
meme rap, pop rap, EDM, and indie pop rap.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put that as rap.
Yeah.
My number 5
I listened
artist
to
was Drake,
19 I listened to 19 genres. My top genre was contemporary country. My second is modern country pop. My third's pop.
though.
My fourth is show tunes. And my fifth is alt Z. I don't know what alt Z is.
Alt Gen Z maybe? Like alternative... Move back. Oh, here. Alt Z genre. Short for alternative hip hop. Would not have guessed that. It's a subgenre of hip hop. It
don't know.
incorporates elements of alternative rock, electronica, and other genres. The sound is often experimental and boundary pushing, with artists exploring themes of social justice, mental health, and personal identity. That makes sense.
I don't...
What?
I'm trying to think of songs that I would listen to in that genre.
Let me see if I can find a song. That's not what I wanted to pull up. I wanted to pull up this again.
Oh, I do know why. Because I listen to like the songs like 10 Things I Hate About You
Oh.
and Moral of the Story. I'm looking at this now and that does make sense.
Okay.
A lot of like the TikTok
Uh-huh.
songs fall in this, like the sad TikTok songs.
Oh,
Like Quarter Life Crisis by Taylor Bickett in this
Who?
one. Okay.
So not Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh,
Because we skipped that.
yeah.
What else we want to...
Do you want to go first? Okay, mine's going to be really short this week and I think the whole part of this podcast is like us being wait 1 second. Oh, there we go. I think the whole point of this podcast is us being like vulnerable and honest, and I'm not going to lie. I don't have a Friday or Wednesday the past 2 weeks since we last recorded because I have had the shittiest 2 weeks of my entire corporate being. So I'm really just trying to get by.
Yeah, I feel like I only have a Wednesday. I don't know if anything was that great. Oh, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a pretty good day. Let me rephrase that. Yesterday turned into a good day. After I forgot my headphones at home when I went to the gym. It was a very unfortunate time for me. But I then
Yeah.
at the gym found out that one of my favorite. This is part of my Friday. I'll go to my Friday first because I guess I'm talking about it. I'll save it. Um, what do we start with? Mondays.
Yes.
Um, my Monday. Oh yes, this is up. Um, I never have my Monday off the top of my head. I just kind of forget about them. My dad's sleeping downstairs. I'm gonna put that as my Monday. Cause it'd be quieter now. You're not gonna take that.
Like in a guest room or
No, on the couch.
like right now sleeping?
He just walked downstairs. He
Wait,
has the
what?
sniffles,
Oh,
so my mom
okay.
kicked
I
him
was
out.
gonna be like, is this something
No,
serious?
no, he may or may not have the sniffles.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nothing major. Most people wouldn't even send him to the couch.
So that's your Monday?
Yeah, I want to say that's my Monday. Well, today was also. I didn't want to wake up today. I haven't slept
Mm.
well. That's my Monday. I haven't slept well. Past like week.
Yeah, I think that's like a I don't my I think it's my whole like everyone's sleep schedules are messed up because of the way the sun goes down. Because usually like your brain starts winding down as it gets dark, but now it gets dark and you have to like keep yourself awake so your body can't figure out when it's supposed to shut down.
I don't even think it's that. I'm just not sleeping right. Like I wake up and either my neck's sore.
Have you tried fluffing your pillows?
Yeah, yeah, I
Have you
have.
tried flipping your mattress?
I have not tried that because use a mattress topper,
Oh, okay, fair.
a thin one, but still a mattress topper.
I also use a mattress topper, yeah.
It's the weird weather. I can't.
Yeah.
It's too cold to not use a comforter, but it's too warm to use a comforter. I don't have a middle blanket.
Like a top sheet?
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, um I slept with my window cracked. My mom freaked out. But I needed like the coldness and it was just the perfect crisp outside.
Mhm. So what's your Monday? Or do you want to save that since
Honestly,
that's going to be a whole deal?
I don't know if it's going to be a big deal. Mine is just like it's been brutal. Like
Mhm.
I told you I was going to go to the doctor cuz I think it's something like I need to get my blood tested or something. So I'm still going to the gym and everything. And I had the realization at the gym that everyone says that as you get older, as you get like high stress situations, your body takes a toll on it.
Mhm.
And I always knew in the past like that happened because like obviously I would like get sick from anxiety and stuff, but I think that I'm just under so much stress from work that I'm giving myself migraines, which is leading to worse things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to take this weekend to de-stress because honestly, I don't even think it's going to work. I'm just such a bundle of stress at work right now, which doesn't make sense because everyone else is like, oh, it's December. I'll email you in January. Not me. I'm like drowning. But
It's a good song. I've been listening to that one a lot too.
what, drowning?
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
you've heard it. You've
Uh,
absolutely heard it. We went to school together. I know you heard it. I know you heard Drowning. I'm not going to try to sing it because I can't sing at all. But I know you've heard Drowning. I know we've heard it together, as a matter of fact.
I don't know it off the top of my head. But okay,
I can
what
look
is so I'm only doing a Monday because I can't even and I have been the biggest advocate for like just pull Wednesday or a Monday
Mhm.
Wednesday or Friday together. Curtis, when I tell you I could not even think of something good that has happened since last time we recorded, that we're just holding on by a thread over here. So you go through with your Wednesday and your Monday. I mean your Friday.
So my Wednesday, I feel like every day's been a Wednesday. What was I going to say for my Wednesday? I think I was going to use yesterday as a Wednesday. Because it's kind of a roller coaster of a day. Oh yeah, I'm going to use yesterday. And then I'm going to use today as my Friday. So yesterday, whole series of events. What happened at work? Work was kind of weird. I just couldn't get a hold of people. So that was weird. And then I went to the gym, forgot my headphones. That was terrible. I was in Planet Fitness with no headphones, and that is the worst thing ever. Like, imagine working out with like the weirdest music possible, quietly playing in the background. Now I did um, what is it? Seated leg press, the one where you're just
Yeah.
sitting with your legs below you instead of pushing up. I think that's what it is. Anyway, seated leg press.
Seating with your legs below you.
Yeah, so it's like on like rails instead of like you're not pushing the sled up with your back down. You're pushing yourself up with a rack of
Are you
weights.
sitting?
Yeah, you're
Seating?
sitting. Yeah, you're sitting. I think it's called a seated leg press.
Oh, is it the actual machine? But your
Yeah.
legs aren't your legs aren't below you, but you put them above your head.
No, no, no. That's the leg press. This is the
No. No.
yeah.
I'm not talking about leg press. I'm going to send you a goddamn video of it.
I'm gonna send you a picture of what I used. Oh yeah, so this is what I used. Here's a picture of it.
I hate that
You see,
you
your feet are kind of below
hate it when
you.
we do this.
I'm
How do
sorry.
I
I'm a
get out
normal
of-
person. I use Discord on my computer. Bottom left, there's a show chat, or you can press
That
the
your
little
legs are not-
thingy that looks like
your
a door.
legs
Nope, nope,
are
not the door.
not
The thingy that
below you when you do that. They are parallel to your chest.
maybe yours.
They're supposed to be at a 90-degree from when you
Maybe
sit
yours.
down, and you pick them up and you put them parallel to your chest. Do not make me feel like I am crazy. Your legs are below you when you
Yeah.
do this the machine squat one, not the Smith machine, but the one where you're on an angled platform and there's pads over your shoulders and you squat. They're below you on that. You are showing a picture
Hack swap.
of a I don't know
Yeah.
what this machine is called. Is that what they call it? Then you
Seated
just
leg
explained
press.
it very, very wrong.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, because this. Hold on, I'm pulling up a picture of a leg press now. This is also what you're thinking about. Because this is what I normally use, is the normal leg press. That everybody else
Yeah,
thinks of when they
that's
think of
another
leg
version
press.
of the leg press. I do the
Yeah, that's the
first
better
one
version of a leg
single-legged, and it hurts like a...
I don't like the first one. I don't like the seated leg press machine because
Mhm.
I can't hit depth. Because I get way too compact.
Oh,
You
fair.
just start at the bottom of a rep instead of the top of a rep. But anyway, I did the whole stack on that, which was like 335 or something. So that was nice. That made me feel good. And then as I was on the bike, I found out that one of my favorite games ever, people have found out how to make it playable again, only offline, which is still more than we had. It got shut down, so that was great. And then I came home, and I was just really tired, so I didn't really do much when I came home. But then before I went to bed, I found out that another game that I'm really excited for got a trailer. So we're just kind of all around. It made its way back up, but the whole headphones thing ruined a lot
Ooh.
and kind of killed its points. So that was my day yesterday. My Friday today was I no longer have to do work that I'm not getting credit for.
That's the best.
It is because I've been annoyed that I don't get credit for this work for like months, and then when I got my new manager like 2 months ago, we kind of talked about it, and she goes, "You're doing that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Why?" I'm like, "I don't know. I was told to do it, and I was just never told to stop doing it. So I just was told to, keep doing it." And I was like, "Okay then." So she had a conversation with the big boss today, who I guess now is, I guess still technically our big boss, and she was on board with me not doing it anymore. So she called today. And apparently he got mad I wasn't doing it anymore because someone needs to do it. And long story short, I'm not doing it anymore, which is great.
Yeah, that is really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy about that one.
Yeah. That happened today?
Yeah, that happened today.
Oh, okay.
My day started
So are
out.
you guys still adjusting to you not necessarily having a boss? Or are they hiring in his place? Or, like, how's that going to work?
So yeah, it's gonna be he's gonna be replaced eventually. We don't know how or when that's gonna happen. We know it's gonna be posted. But no, the things are better.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Well, I shouldn't say that. Things aren't better. Things are communicated. We're trying to solve because I had more stuff from him than anybody else. So I'm working through with my manager and then the person who's the interim department manager what all we don't know for the bigger projects that I have that we don't know anything about, like who we worked with from legal, um, why things were done a certain way, why things weren't done a certain way, and you know, money. Not that he took
Yeah.
any, but what money we have and what money you spent
Yeah.
last year. So that's fun times.
Yeah, that's good.
There's something else that I thought of that I don't remember. Not for like my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but that I thought would be fun.
Would be fun.
Funny.
I had a weird experience today.
Mhm.
So I go to the it's I don't want to consider myself a regular, but I would say I'm like one of the regulars at my gym. Like I
They're
go
gonna
at the
say
same
doctors.
time.
It sounded like you started with the D, and I was like, "You're a regular at your doctor, yet you haven't asked him yet."
No, I'm not a regular at a doctor. Um Not that I'm like anti-doctor, but also in my brain I just feel like I can cure myself, and like there's reasons why I feel this way, and I don't take the healthy precautions to like not have the migraine. I'm more like it's fine, stress is going to be a part of life. I consider myself a regular at the gym. Like I go at the same time every night. I know the staff at the front desk. They know me. I see the same people in the gym. Not that I say hi to them, but like I would consider myself a regular. And I walk in the gym tonight, and I swear the girl that was on the Stairmaster was my best friend when I was in like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade
Mhm.
till like 8th grade. Like she was the one that hosted my surprise party when I turned 14 or something like that. Like she planned it, hosted it. And it was one of those experiences where, so she went to a different high school. So we like didn't talk in high school, did not talk at all in college. I don't even think I have her on social media anymore. But it was so weird because this girl, like I spent more time with her than I did my family for like 4 years. And we didn't even acknowledge each other's existence.
Ugh, I love doing that though.
I honestly didn't enjoy it. I was like, I feel like like we didn't have a bad falling out, and like it wasn't anything like severe. So part of me is like, we should like if you see me in public, we should be able to say like, hi, how are you doing? Let's catch up. And like it was, I smiled.
Mhm.
She like looked the other way, which now I get it because I do that to people, and I'm like, I learned my freaking lesson. I say it all the time. I'm the first person, like, if I see someone in the grocery store that I know and I don't want to say hi to them because I went to high school with them, I dip down an aisle. I make eye contact and I leave. And I'm like, if this is what it feels like when I do it, I'm not doing that anymore. Like, I will happily say hi and have a conversation. I'm butthurt.
I don't think I can say anything. Not that I don't say hi to people that I was like friends with in high school, but I don't see those people. I see people that I wasn't really friends with that I just kind of knew and was like amicable with. So those people, I just kind of like walk away or walk around because they don't recognize me. Like one of them, I looked square in the eyes from 3 feet away, didn't recognize me at all. And then I go to Marshall's this past weekend with my mother, and we see the same person. And then she recognizes me because my mom went to school with her mom, and my mom said hi. And I'm like, you really had to say hi? She goes, oh, what? I went to school with her. I could not say hi. I was like, but I was so invisible. That's what happens when you go to college, grow a beard, and figure out kind of what to do with your hair.
Yeah.
I say kind of because I
I
need a
feel like
haircut bad.
I look the exact same, but also so
Mhm.
different. My appearance, I've like kept the same face shape and stuff, but because my weight fluctuates so much, I've changed. Like I changed so much through the years.
Yeah, I don't look anything like I used to.
I feel like it's
I mean,
easier for
yeah.
guys to do that too, because facial hair changes
Yeah.
everything. Like I could, unless I go from black hair to blonde hair, I'm gonna pretty much look the same, which I've done.
hmm I do see at the gym an old basketball referee who kicked me out of a game once. I see him
Really?
a lot now. I see him there. I see him at Dick's. Um, I don't like him. Not because he kicked me out of a game, but I just don't like him. Yeah,
Fair.
he's a cranky old man.
What else? You were looking for your topic that you were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I saw one of them that I meant to text you about. Um, but I don't think I can say it here. I don't want to say it here. Um, but yeah, I saw something funny on the roster that I wanted to bring up just 'cause I think it's just kind of funny. Um, I don't like Tinder.
Mm, me too. Well, I'm not on Tinder, but I don't like dating apps.
I mean, I'm still on it because at this point it's just kind of funny to me.
I don't care what you do. You're not allowed to. If we talk about dating apps, you're not allowed to caption this episode dating
I'm
apps.
not. Don't worry. Why?
Okay,
Because I
good.
used it too much?
Yeah, because we talk about it quite frequently, and then I don't just feel like every episode's titled
Okay,
it.
well,
But we can talk about them because I talked about it last week, and
it's
I made no
it's
progress.
a buzzword.
Zero. It is a
And
buzzword.
you know what? If it's gotten us more impressions, it works, I guess. I don't know. That's not why I do it. I don't do it for that at all. It's just the first thing that comes to my head when I'm looking at them. It is not planned.
I'm really trying. Not that I'm like trying on
Mhm.
dating apps, but I'm really trying to get out there. And then I don't know if I just have like really terrible taste, or like like I'm if you're gonna Snapchat me photos for 3 days straight and not even say one word, you're getting blocked.
I'm surprised you're even going on Snapchat, you of all people.
I wasn't going to, but then I'm really like conscious of my phone number, and like not that I don't want it. Like I'm fine with giving people my phone number, but like, and I've said it in the past, not on here, but like to people that I know what you can do with a phone number, and I am very precautious. I'm not going to give it to everyone.
I don't even. I don't even get to that point, man. It's just. I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't because it's not like I do it to. I mean, I do it to everybody, so I'm an equal opportunity. I just don't answer people on Tinder at all.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better.
Here's one of my major complaints is that people be like, don't start with hey.
Why?
You don't get any responses. People will say respond to something more than hey, whatnot, but then those exact same people will start off with hey, and I hate it. So I don't message people on there.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the best way to go is hey. Most guys, at least from what I've noticed in the 2 weeks that I've been actually on dating apps, most guys that start with like catchphrases, pickup lines, what are they? Like the cheesy things, are in it for bad intentions every time. Every time it starts with a pickup line, I'm like, you are not looking for what I'm looking for. Most of the guys that start with hey are just like chill people, except the fact that they just want to Snapchat for 3 days with no words. Like, get to know me a little. Come on.
I try to make something funny off of whatever's on their profile. That's the best I can do.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Just as long as it's not offensive.
I try not to be, but it doesn't work. So, take it for what it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah, when we did like the little experiment when we were with all of my friends on vacation and we were like on one of the guys' Tinders, I realized the reason why it's so hard is because girls are so picky. Like me and the girlfriends on the trip were coming up with what to say, and the girls were still just being like very, very rude back.
Or they just don't give you anything to work with.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, is that they just won't tell you anything. So like you'll be like trying to have a conversation and they just don't say anything at all. Or something that you can respond to.
I'm really bad with answering.
Where?
So, and this is answering like you, who's one of my close friends. On a dating app, I give like 2 answers a day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if I make it like 3 days of them talking, I'm like, wow, maybe they are truly good people, and then they just end up not being.
I mean, I imagine. You did go to Facebook, so
yeah.
For what it's worth, good luck.
I know. For what it's worth, I'm going to be 40 and single and drinking a bottle of red wine a night. Good thing red wine's good for you.
Do I still get the shed out back?
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's gonna be in my house by myself, nobody else.
And as long as I
it's like to the point that I'm like voluntarily offering the third wheel on trips. Like me and my best friend want to go to Cincinnati for a
That's in
weekend,
Ohio.
and
Why would
yeah,
you want to go to
her boyfriend
Ohio?
was like, Cincinnati's supposed to be like a really like pretty and artsy city in some locations. So we just want to go and like spend a couple days
Hmm.
there. She's been talking about it since for like 3 years. Well, now she's in a relationship, and they've been dating for a
What
while.
do
It's
you
not
mean
like she's
now?
recently in a relationship. Yeah, they're like married. Not actually married, but like basically. And I was on like speakerphone while she was cooking dinner and he was sitting at the kitchen table because essentially that is how the nights go. Um, and I said, "Why don't we go to Cincinnati for your birthday?" And then her boyfriend was like, "Well, I want to go to Cincinnati." And I was like, "I never said you couldn't go." I'm like at the point that I'm like I'm fine with being the third wheel for them because he doesn't make it feel weird. She's my best friend. Like it's not a big deal. What I did have an issue with fifth, sixth, seventh,
Hmm.
seventh wheeling. We're doing a family in the holidays, and I think I said it last week where I was like, no significant others. My mom came back and was like, that's not happening. We're
Oh,
allowed to have boyfriends. And I was
yeah,
like,
you
who the hell
did.
am I supposed to bring? And she was like, well, bring your friend, my best friend. My best friend's going to a cabin this weekend. So I said, no, I'm not playing this game. No boyfriends. I put my foot down again.
So are boyfriends or no boyfriends?
My older sister's bringing hers.
And your younger sister?
No. I said if anyone should, it's my younger sister. She's moving out with him in 2 weeks.
That would make more sense.
But nope.
Man.
Yeah, you never win the battle. But there are certain situations where I'm fine with it. Um, I know why. The cord fell
Why?
out again.
Oh.
I hate my life. I'm gonna hit my head against a wall. It's
This is
gonna
gonna be
sound so
fun.
bad. It's fine. We're 43 minutes in and we're
I had
not
not
going
noticed a difference.
anywhere.
So
Yeah. So what other topic do you want to talk about? You said you had a fun topic.
I've started saving. Yeah, I've started saving food posts on Instagram.
Food posts?
Yeah, food like recipes. So far, I've only saved desserts, but I did see a recipe for buffalo chicken mac and cheese that I would like to make, but I don't know what the recipe is because I haven't found it again. Um, so that's fun. I do have to start making dinner though. It's just my mom and I, well, my dad and sister at basketball practice and games for the next 2.5,
Are
three
they
months.
coaching?
Yeah,
Like a league nearby?
varsity basketball.
Like your high school?
Hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I mean
Wow, the
that's
Anthonys are really
fun.
making an impact at your high
Yeah, yeah,
school.
we're all coaches. My sister and my dad were um, junior high coaches, and then my dad's the JV coach.
Oh.
So but my dad's been coaching for like I think this is his 8th year coaching.
He coached when your sister was there? He
What'd you say?
coached while your sister was there?
He's coached junior high. Maybe it's only 7 years. I don't know. He's coached for a while.
Your sister graduated
I
five
don't know.
years
He's
ago.
yeah.
Less than 5 years ago. Your sister
I think he
graduated
did it
three
as a
years ago.
favor.
2 years ago.
The
3
one
years ago.
year, and then it
Oh.
just kind of kept on because they needed him to coach that someone else couldn't coach, and then he just kind of stuck around for a while, and he's just been doing it ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
That makes
enjoys it.
sense.
Gets him out of the house.
Does he have like? Is there like a licensing thing? Because I know to coach high school soccer, you need to have
Just
like your.
clearances.
Oh, to coach high school soccer, you need like your F and your G license or something like that.
Yeah, no idea what that is. I just,
They're like different
I
levels
just
of soccer
know.
coaches.
Well, maybe it's different for soccer than basketball.
Probably.
I just know for basketball, you just need clearances. I can't find this one song. Maybe it would help if I actually spelled it right. Oh, there it is. I'm totally not using this as an opportunity to actually put songs on that playlist that you made as I'm looking at mine. It's another good song. I really regret not being able to go to any of those concerts at school.
Really?
Yeah, mainly because especially the only one well, that's not true. I regret not being able to go to Waka Flocka. and then
Oh, so like for the people listening, it's like the spring concert and stuff like that
yeah,
where our school hired performers to come in. Um I went to the one
yeah. No, you went to see
we
Kyle.
I think the hard part was that we didn't like necessarily, because how COVID fell, like we didn't have the actual opportunity to go to them.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go to the first one. I just didn't know who Kyle was, and I was like, I don't really want to go. That was also freshman year, and I wasn't really like hanging out freshman year.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
was
I'm aware.
oh, for those who know what freshman year of college is like, you can just say that's how that night ended. Um
For you, I
yeah.
was in my room. I was a good boy.
Yeah. I was not a good kid then. Sophomore year we didn't have one. It was supposed to be um
I heard the room was Maroon 5.
no, they couldn't afford them. It was a band like Maroon 5. It wasn't. What was Joe Jonas's old band called?
The Jonas Brothers?
No.
Um, they made Cake by the Ocean.
I'm glad you actually knew what you were talking about there.
DNC.
That's not helpful.
That's the name of this band.
What is the actual?
DNC.
No, that's the abbreviation for it.
Then it's dance.
Why? I hate Wikipedia.
Joe Jonas Band. Formed in 2015. DNC, which stands for dance.
I thought that was. Okay, I don't know who was supposed to be there sophomore year, but it got canceled because of COVID. Junior year, they had. I wasn't there for it. Like. Jesse McCartney, right?
It was Jesse McCartney and Waka Flocka.
That was senior year.
Then I don't know who. Who was it? Because it was someone good. Ish.
Yeah, I was remote for it.
I don't think I was even on campus for it. I think we were in a hotel.
And then senior year it was Waka Flocka, and I was really upset because
That one was.
if my college experience could be summarized with one song, it was the No Hands song.
No Hands was quite the song.
It was either that. Oh my god, that's actually a really good question. If you could summarize your college experience with one song.
I mean, what did we hear a lot of?
I know the other one that mine would be.
I know your other one too, and that's my sophomore year song.
What is it?
Not All the Lights. I know the song.
Mm-hmm.
I played it.
They're really close.
I know.
It's All Night Longer. Yeah.
I just listened to it yesterday too. Such a good song.
That song was, and I listen to it now, and I'm like, I don't understand how I used to dance to this the way I did. Not like bumping and grinding and stuff, but just like going ham, because it's not like a going ham song. Like, it's very, I don't know. I listen to it now, and I'm like, it's not.
It's a different energy, though.
Yeah, but that song, it's on every Big Booty playlist.
Yeah.
Anytime I was going out or anything, we would jam to that. Like that would be the highlight song of my college experience.
That was like the song though. What was the other song that I was thinking of? That was a big one my sophomore year. I don't know which other one. There's definitely another one. I just can't think of it. So we say March. Is March when the spring concert was? Oh, it's not going to show me. Of course it's not. I don't know. I'm upset I wasn't able to see Young Gravy last year. That one.
I'm not a Young Gravy fan.
I am.
I don't think he's funny. I don't think he's cute, and I don't think his music is that good. I think
he's cute. I think his music sounds good, which is all I care about when it comes to music. If it sounds good, I like it. Walk the Moon. It was Walk the Moon.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the fall one. That was the September one.
Oh. There was a September one in junior year?
For sophomore year.
No, that was supposed to be the spring
I looked
concert.
at the flyer.
I don't remember a concert in the fall of that year.
I think it may have been the one that was outdoors on the bigger lawn.
No,
Because I swear they used to do two. They used to do a big one on the lawn, and then they did the smaller one
there
on
was
the
this.
parking lot.
No, no. They before COVID, all the
Mhm.
concerts were in the chapel because
That's right.
the big rumor was that people lit up in the chapel, or the big joke. During
I
COVID, they
mean,
got
Snoop
moved
did.
outside, but the fall one,
Oh! It was supposed to be Walk the Moon, but then they got pushed back till September.
yeah,
So it was
the
Walk the
fall
Moon.
one was at the fall cella stuff,
Yeah.
and that big thing was that before we got there, they had Dan and Shay.
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it now, and now that I see the post and not just the flyer for it, which is different, the annual spring concert was moved to September for some reason, and it was Walk the Moon.
Ooh, yeah, that's the band that I was
Hmm.
thinking of. Um, what was I gonna say? I wish we went. I went to a big school just for the fact that Penn State had Jack Harlow, and so did Bucknell, and I'm so jealous.
Penn State had a boogie last year, or this past year.
What is with you and your obsession with A Boogie?
I like a boogie. What can
It's like, and your obsession with that person is like me with
I'm not
Taylor
obsessed with him,
Swift.
but he's like one of the people that I would go and see in concert because he's the closest person that I like that's been in concert near me.
Fair.
Like I regularly listen to some of his songs. That's it.
I have two concert halls around me, so there's a lot of people that perform. I just don't go to any of them anymore because I feel so old going to concerts.
I agree.
And I know I'm like in my prime, but I go to concerts and I'm like, oh my gosh, there are so many. Like, you sit in the mosh pit.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's it. I hope you look through this playlist and just wonder, wonder so heavily what it all I listen to. Because I can tell you, it's quite wild.
Quite wild.
It's varied. Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
Okay, what else do you got?
Um, I don't know. This is
I
another
don't.
song.
I feel like my brain is just so fried that
I've
like
been feeling that way recently too.
yeah, I even this morning when I logged on for work, so again, there's been a lot going on for my job. So my boss called me at like 8 a.m. sharp, and I was sitting in
Mhm.
the call with him, and it was hard for me to like focus and be able to put words together. And I've never had that before. Like, I am a very talkative,
Mhm.
can talk to brick wall person, and the fact that like my brain couldn't even concentrate on what he was saying, I was like, this isn't good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that too, a lot. Um, I feel like something's off though. Oh, I did. I heard this one. This might have been it. Have I think we've had the conversation about feeling like you're the side character in your own life.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so this was a TikTok. It was a TikTok. It was like you're not the side character. Your life's just on a commercial break.
I like that. That's how I feel.
Yeah, really long commercial break, but it's on a commercial break.
Yeah. I feel like I'm at like the halftime show with the commercial
Oh,
break
oh,
where it's like
oh.
25 minutes of just not the core TV.
It's like 5 SPCA commercials back to back to back to back.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and
what
it's
it is.
it's so hard because again, being vulnerable. Everyone I talk to, like, I try to make it seem like everything's fine. Like, the people I work with have no clue that like
Yeah.
I'm going through these headaches and like having all the issues. Like, everyone just thinks I'm fine, and I think that makes it harder also because you have to like put on a facade when you
Mhm.
feel like garbage every day.
That's the nice thing about working from home is that you can feel like garbage and not have to like interact with people. Um, I did go into the office and do that though. I went to the office on Monday because I had a whole bunch of stuff I needed to do. No one else from my team was there, which if they were, it would have been, whatever. I like talking to them. But I went in and I was like, I just closed the door. I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody right now. I just want to get all this done and then move on. So I closed my door and I just
Yeah.
sat there.
That's like I
Hmm.
I wish I could do that, but my job, like I'm in meetings all
Yeah.
day long. I'm constantly interacting with people, which like I'm in IT, it shouldn't be like that, but it's like all day long I'm in meetings. So and every person, how's your day going? How's your day going? How's your day going? And I'm like, good, fine, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, meanwhile, the LED lights are burning holes through my
Yeah.
skull,
No, the LEDs get to you.
which might sound a little overdramatic,
Um,
but
at one point, it was like right around lunchtime. I went out and got lunch from the cafeteria and came back. Nobody saw me. I like nobody heard me when I was making phone calls. I was shocked that I did not have anybody realize I was there until I was leaving at like 3:30, and I opened the door, and the secretary goes, "Curtis, were you in there all day?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "I, I didn't hear you." I was like, "No, I just had some stuff to get done." I thought about opening my door after lunch, before I had to make phone calls, and then I heard them talking outside. I was like, I really don't want to talk to them. And I'm just here, and I'm enjoying not talking to people.
yeah,
So I didn't. I existed in my own little office, and I enjoyed it
yeah.
because sometimes I don't want to talk to people. Yeah.
And that's okay. That's being normal. Yeah, I don't like I have a cube too, and everyone around me is very talkative, and like I do enjoy talking to them, but they're like on Wednesday. I just sat at my desk and played white noise
Mhm.
all day long, but even just wearing headphones makes the headache worse, and I'm like it's been a struggle. Like that's the only way I can put it. Like I can't even put to words like it's
Mhm.
just the lack of motivation, everything. I got lunch with my boss on, honestly, that might be my Friday of the week. I got lunch with my boss on Tuesday, I think it was, and we just had like a one-on-one deep conversation about like um how I was raised, how he was raised, like kind of getting to know each other better, because I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but we go to
Mhm.
work, we get our work done, we only talk about work. No one gets to know each other on like a personal level. And I'm a firm believer that that's like a really important part of being on a team is knowing the people around you's lives, because if someone's going through something and you don't know and you just think they're slacking off on work, like that's an important connection that you need to have. And it might just be like an IT thing or like a, I don't even know, like an insurance type thing, but no one talks about that type of stuff. Like no one talks about how they're raised or anything
Mhm.
like that. So it was just good to sit down and talk to him on that level. But then he's just talking about his family life, and because he knows that like one of my goals is to make a difference and like speak about kids our age that are suffering from feeling alone, depression, that type of thing, and like figuring out ways to help people in the long run. And so we were talking
Mhm.
about like the impact that depression and stuff has had on the people around him. And I was like, I just want to so hard be like, this is what I'm feeling like right now. Like I'm not depressed, but
Yeah.
I just feel
No,
like
that's
this
it.
lack of
That's exactly
motivation.
it. There's just no motivation. I don't feel like there's a reason. I don't know if that's what you're feeling, but I feel like there's just not a reason to do things right now.
Yeah. There's like not a reason to do things. Like genuinely, I could spend the whole day in my bed and not think twice.
I can't sit in my bed because I need to do something, but I could like, yeah.
My issue is I just scroll on TikTok. And then if I delete TikTok, I scroll on Instagram. Like I can't, the past like 6 days, I haven't
Mhm.
even picked up a book, which is like very abnormal for me, but like I don't even have the motivation to
Yeah.
read or watch something. Like I just like lay here, like I took a nap today because I just don't, which I guess it sounds like I'm depressed. Like if you think about it in the long run,
Mhm.
it's like the definition of depression, but I'm not, like, because I
Yeah.
know myself. It's just I'm tired.
Yeah.
What is it called? I think I'm reaching burnout. Like I've been talking about burnout for like 6 months and like being scared of it, and I think
I feel
it
that.
officially hit.
I feel like it's not just work. I feel like it's everything. But I don't think that's something that you can really say.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to say I'm burnt out on life,
Yeah,
but
I
I can't
absolutely
say that.
agree.
I didn't say that. Nobody said that.
I don't think it's a bad thing to say. you just get to a point that it's like
It
tiring
really is.
doing things.
And then I just don't want to do anything, but then not doing anything makes me feel bad. And I want to do stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't have anything to do. And I don't want to do anything, so then I feel bad. And so on.
Yeah, I don't think it should be something that we should like feel bad about. I think
Yeah.
everyone goes through it, just no one understands what it's like to go through
You
it.
know what I hate?
What?
When people ruin songs for you.
Mm.
Because there's songs that I
And
would,
movies and TV shows?
yeah. No, I'm not talking about like spoiling.
No, I'm talking about like you have a memory with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking about this. What song is ruined and why?
Well, allow me to list off the songs because they came up again, and I was like, man, I really want to listen to these, but I just can't. The one's Jordan Belfort,
Why is that ruined?
because of that whole time period where it came out. Where's the rest of them?
I don't remember the time. I thought it came out before we even got to college.
It came out during COVID. At least that's when I
No,
first
it
heard, that's
didn't.
when I first heard it.
It became popular during
That's when I
COVID. It
first
didn't
heard
come
it.
out during
I didn't hear it
COVID.
until it came out during COVID.
Oh.
I can't find the playlist with those songs on it. I can't believe you got rid of me on that playlist, by the way. Makes me very sad.
Huh?
I have a playlist that's no longer available, and I believe it's one of yours.
I don't think it's one of mine.
It might not be, but there's a good handful.
Yeah, I was gonna
of
say
them.
no one listens to my playlist.
I have your
except
country
me.
playlist.
It came out in 2015.
Okay, never mind then. I just thought you were-
My thing that I was thinking about was ruined. Was there's a movie. It's about the firefighters that I was gonna. It sounded like I was really hyping it up there. It's with the firefighters that trained. I think it was in the West fires. There was 5 of them or
Uh-huh.
10 of them, and they died in the fire. And it was about like how they had this big idea on how to fix it, like how to put the fire out, and no one listened. And then they got surrounded because of bad calls, and then they ended up all dying.
Huh.
It's like a popular one, but it was the first movie. It was my first date with my ex, so I saw it on the TV in the gym, and I was like, I can't even watch this because it just makes me upset.
Ooh, it might be. Oh, Westworld by
I
Evan
don't know that
Gia.
one.
That one's on my
What one's
list of
that?
songs I can't listen to. We heard it at that one place.
Wow, thank you,
I
Curtis.
can't say it.
That is so
I
helpful.
can't say it, Jenna. And
Oh,
yeah.
I don't. A lot of the stuff we did with them, it's not like it's
No.
bad vibes for me. Like I don't have a
I think
lot
we
of
cut back
memories
in
attached to those two people.
No, I don't either, but I don't. There's. The times were good at the time, but looking back, the end of it soured the good times, from my point of view.
Yeah, I think when you go through heartbreak in your life, if you ever do, hopefully you don't, but
Yeah.
if you ever do, that'll change the outlook of someone being able to ruin stuff like
I know.
having an outlook on that, because that's something that I learned when me and my ex broke up. Was I let how it ended tarnish the whole relationship in itself. So all of the memories I have with him are like the worst of the worst, but I can't remember, like I can't remember an ounce of what the good was. So coming out of that, it taught me that like don't hold on to the negative, because at one point like you did love these people and you did factor them, and like the positive is allowed to be there alongside the ending that happened.
I still look back on those times quite fondly. Like, I enjoy them. Like, I don't regret it, but it also makes me sad because of how it ended. And that's the part that I don't want to go back to.
I don't think it ended that bad. For the people listening,
I
I think
just
me and
don't
Curtis
wanna-
have very two different outtakes on the friendships
yeah.
that we've had.
I just don't like. I don't like how. How do I say this? I don't think how it ended is the right word that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't like the situation surrounding its end. Is that? I don't know how to say that.
I don't know. I try not to factor in. It's gonna sound. I talk about a lot in my personal life how, the way I view people. There are almost 2 different appearances for the people in my life, and or maybe there's more than two, but for almost everyone they have two appearances, and then some people have three or four. So the first appearance is when I initially met you, what you looked like in my brain, and then the second appearance is as I get to know you, your look changes based on your personality, which sounds weird, and it's like, how does someone's physical appearance change? But it's like, I say it all the time, like my absolute best friend, the way I first saw her and the person she is now are two completely different people. Like, the one is the girl I met her freshman year of college, and the other is my best friend, and they're in no correlation. Everyone has that, and then there's people like our friends from our old friends that I have. It might be like an unhealthy compartmentalizing, but I have like,
You're good at that.
yeah, I have who they were when I first met them. I have their personality that I loved and cherished as my friendship, and then that last year that they necessarily weren't the best. Honestly, for me, it'd be like the last six months. That's like a whole different person. So the person that I love and cherish isn't that's in correlation, which I think that's why I have a hard time looking back and being like, was it that bad? Because I remember that second person that's like the best. Does that make any sense?
It does.
I tried explaining
No,
that.
it makes sense. I think
Yeah.
where I differ is that I look back on those times and I see the things at the end in those times. Like, those things become clearer now than they were back then. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
agree.
they changed. I think we just didn't notice it.
Yeah.
And that's
I
why.
I just keep saying I have recently noticed how naive I can be.
Mhm.
And I say it a lot at work. So one of the girls I work with, she's like slowly becoming like one of my good friends. But she's older. She's like 29, 28, 29 area. She I we talk about it all the time, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm being naive because I don't have experience. And there are sometimes when she stops me and she's like, "Can you not call yourself naive?" Like, but it's just how I feel. Like, all the people around me, I don't know if it's the way I think about life or what it could possibly be, but like, it just makes me sound so much more optimistic, and I think it's because I don't have the experiences they have. But like, I'm naive in the idea that my brain doesn't. I don't know. I don't know.
I think I
I'm
get what
like,
you're saying.
did they hurt my feelings that bad?
No.
Uh, g- um,
Did they? Oh, okay, never mind.
I
You know,
have a. I think I talked about it like one of our first episodes when we were talking about journaling, and I was like, I saw a TikTok of the girl that said, "Go back and read your old journals." I went back and read a journal from when I had first moved in after abroad. It was like my fourth preseason practice, and I wrote about how, like, you read this journal entry, it brought me to tears reading it back because I don't even remember being that miserable. I know I was, because I'm pretty sure that was the night I ended up crying in your room.
probably.
But I listen back and I'm like, they made you feel like such garbage. Like, I was talking about like quitting track,
Mhm.
dropping out of college, that I was lost, and like stuff like that. And I read back and I was like, but then the memories I have from that time don't show that pain. Which I guess that's good why I journaled it. But like, the memories I have from that time are like hanging out with my cat and getting to know the people that now are like some of the biggest influences in my life. Like, I was 3 days into knowing the people I was living with, and I was writing about how I was lost and hated our class.
I mean, maybe that's the difference then, because I remember all of that stuff, even though I wrote it down. That's what I do, like, get it out of my head. But I remember all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff, maybe because I didn't have anybody else at the time. Like,
Yeah.
and I know I've said it to you before, but like at that point, it was really hard for me because basically it felt like nobody wanted to be around me, which they didn't. But I needed people around because that's what made me feel better. But in the state I was, nobody wanted to be around me.
Yeah.
And that's just a spiral that doesn't get better.
Yeah.
And when I try to explain that, for what it's worth, people just blame me, but even asking for help doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that you shouldn't, but sometimes it's hard.
Yeah. And I'm also like, I'm a believer that there are some things that like you have to fight through yourself
Right.
to make it through. But I agree, there are some times where like you're begging for help and no one will come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, mood killer, huh? Also, I found a
Yeah.
couple of A Boogie songs that you have absolutely heard that have been played every time.
Oh, before we kill the mood killer, because I'm trying to preach this, and especially after talking to my boss, if the people listening, if you feel like you need to talk to someone, please see a therapist. If you feel like you can't talk to people, there are a ton of resources online that do like text therapy and therapy that you don't necessarily need to talk to someone personally or that'll know you or anything like that. And it's really important to get these emotions out. We just suck at it.
Well,
That's what I want to
it
pitch in
wasn't
there.
as big when we were in college 2 years ago. But
I think it was. I just think I'm so stubborn. Like
well,
I'm learning more and more like little character traits that make up who I am, and one of them is the fact that I am such a hypocrite. Like, that's the quote of a lifetime. I happily admit that I am such a hypocrite that I preach therapy, I preach like getting the help you need, but when it comes to me, I think I haven't been through enough to have that. I'm like, why do I need therapy? And it's like, Jenna, you are the issue.
I mean, I thought about it. I
Yeah.
really heavily considered it until somebody came back and said that they were told they were too smart, and I was like, then what would be the point of me going? Like, I'm gonna end up with the same.
Me?
No, not you.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't tell my therapist didn't tell me I was too smart.
No. Someone else was told that they were too smart, and I was like, well, then what's the point of me even going then? Because it's just gonna
Yeah.
end the same way.
No.
Yeah, a terrible
I can
mindset.
promise you a lot of that was falsified. Yeah.
Oh yeah, terrible mindset.
Yeah. I went to therapy and in my brain I felt like I still couldn't talk to my therapist because I just have too many guards up, and I'm really good at like I'm an open book until a limit. So I can give you like what people consider all the details, but leave out like the major bits that make me who I am because I don't want people to know that. That sounds so bad. Like I talk about
Yeah.
this and I'm like, oh my God. But like it's just how I am. Like I'm an open book. I will tell anyone everything, but like just know that the pieces that like changed who I am as a person, most people aren't going to know. And I did that with my therapist and I was like, oh, she'll catch on, and she didn't. And I was like, oh, I'm too good. And I'm like, I took it as pride that I was beating therapy. Oh, but
I should stop looking
yeah.
at this playlist now. Oh, I'm gonna keep going. How many songs do you have in yours? Probably way more than I do.
Way too many. I wouldn't even look. I was
99.
adding whole albums.
I'm at 68, and I've just been adding random songs. Well, that's another good song.
To be fair, I have all of Taylor Swift's re-released albums on there.
I mean, I use the recommended songs because that just kind of brings up what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I put that song on? I've been listening to that song. Feel free to use this playlist. It's a great playlist.
I bet. I do not listen to rap, though. Okay, closing this out.
Okay.
If you want to listen to the music that me and Curtis have, we each have a picks playlist that you have to go to the username Talking Tandemus on Spotify to listen to.
Which they should be at if they're listening to the podcast.
Yeah. Follow Talking Tandemus on Instagram. I'm trying to get better about posting, but I do suck at the social media thing right now. We're working on it. And if, again, another podcast about us talking about how we're feeling and getting therapy, which neither of us have yet to do. So,
I'm not starting anytime soon, so
how was that wrap up?
that sounded
Do you want to
great.
add anything to
Nope.
it?
I think you did great.
Perfect. That was like the quickest hour and a half we've had yet.
Yeah.